Okay, so our next unit is on triangles. So first we have to be able to classify triangles, which means we have to be able to name the triangles. And there's two different ways you can name the triangles. You can name it based on how long the sides are, or you can name it based on the measures of the angles. So we're going to do all the sides ones first. So the first kind is when all of the sides are different side lengths. That's called scalene. Scalene, and that's no equal sides. Okay, that's how I know something is a scalene triangle, because none of the sides are equal. Great, so no equal sides. The next way to name by sides is, well, what if you have two of the sides that are equal? So this one, different color, is going to be called isosceles. Is when there are two equal sides. Okay. There are also two equal angles, but since this is based on sides, I don't need to know what the angles are, I just need to know what the sides are. And the last one by sides, new color, purple, is equilateral. Is all the sides are equal. And again, if it has all equal sides, it also has all equal angles. But we just need to know the sides if we're naming by sides. So this one, I believe, is all 30. I don't know. They're kind of blurry, so I can't tell. But all the sides are equal for equilateral. Okay? So those are my three types by sides. Is scalene, none of them. Isosceles, two are equal. And equilateral, all of them are equal. Okay. Naming by angles, we're talking about how big the angles are. So the first kind is if all of the angles are acute, that's going to be an acute triangle. All acute angles. And what does acute mean again? Acute is less than 90. So all of the angles have to be less than 90. So this one has 50, 60, and 70. They're all less than 90, so it's an acute triangle if I wanted to name by angles. Okay. For the next one, I see that there's that little box in the corner. And when I see the box in the corner, it even tells me it's 90 degrees. So this is going to be a right triangle because it has one 90-degree angle. Okay, aka one right angle. Okay, it does not mean like the other ones are going to be acute, but it does have one 90-degree angle, so it's a right triangle. And the last one down here, well, it's not the last, second to last one. The second to last one, what color have I used? Orange. Is going to be an obtuse triangle because it has one obtuse angle. Okay. And obtuse, how do we know if an angle is obtuse? Well, that's because it's more than 90 degrees. Okay. So again, it does have like a 50 and a 30-degree angle, which are acute, but it's the 100-degree angle over here that makes it obtuse, because it has that angle is the obtuse angle. Okay, that's why it's obtuse, because it has one obtuse angle. And the last kind, naming by sides, is going to be equiangular. There we go. Equiangular means all equal angles. Now when it is equiangular and all the angles are equal, it is always equal to the same number. They are always 60-degree angles. So we can write that 60-degree angles. Okay. So those are the different types. So depending on how it asks you to label, whether, oh, are you supposed to label by sides or by angles? That should be the words that you're looking for. If you're naming by sides, your options are scalene, isosceles, or equilateral. If you're naming by angles, then it's acute, right, obtuse, or equiangular. So now that you watched the video, go ahead and start the quizzes.